because if you didn't know, I was actually the first person cold called in Torts, and I will never be unprepared ever again. Ever. Hey guys, it's me, Kinsey, and today I'm back with a new video. If you guys don't know me, my name is Mackenzie. I am a 1L, and I make weekly content about law school admissions, anything really that has to do with law school. If that's something you guys are interested in, please click that subscribe button down below. It would mean the absolute world to me if you guys wanted to join the channel. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you guys do end up enjoying it. It honestly helps my videos out so much whenever you guys give it a like. It lets me know that you enjoy it, and it also helps out the YouTube algorithm. Let's go ahead and get started into the video. Today, I just wanted to show you guys how I take notes for law school. If you're not in law school, don't click out just yet. The way I take my notes is universal for any major or any professional school or any postgraduate school. If you guys are interested in how I take my notes, go ahead and stick around. Throw it away. I'm kidding, of course. So I don't use notebooks. I don't handwrite any notes ever. Not everyone feels the same way about notebooks as I do. My original plan coming into law school was to handwrite notes and then type my notes, just so I'm getting all of the information again, and then I don't know, I thought that that's what I would do. One of my friends had told me, she was like, I don't think that's a good idea. She's like, try it, but for torts, go ahead and have your computer ready so that whenever you see what it's gonna be like, then you have your computer out and ready to go ahead and type, because that's what you're gonna have to do. She was right. For torts especially, it's just too fast. My torts professor is very strictly Socratic method, and so there just isn't time to sit down and, I don't even have enough time to finish typing the notes, let alone write them. My advice to you is to not write them. My advice to you is to type your notes. So I'm not saying that you can't type them and then go back and write them if you're wanting to just continue to see that information and see that content so that you are retaining it better. If that's what you want to do, definitely do that. Everyone learns differently. Personally, I like to type. That's the moral of the story. How do I do my notes? I have a computer and I have an iPad. For my computer, so like I said, I type most of my notes, if not basically all of my notes. I type them. So I do this on Google Docs. I started out, like in undergrad, I used Notability. And then for law school, I switched over to GoodNotes. I was going to try and type them on there. I was having trouble getting everything synced up to all of my devices so that as soon as I started typing, I could get out of the document on my computer and go to my iPad and pull it up. It just wasn't working for me. So what I ended up doing was I decided to go with Google Docs. With Google Docs, I type all my notes. I have it on my computer, I have it on my iPad, and I have it on my phone. That way I can access my notes anywhere that I'm at. It automatically updates, and I have no fear of losing anything. It saves all of your work I think every second. That's how I do it. I feel more comfortable doing it that way. I don't even like using Microsoft Word just because you have to go in and save it. And then if you miss it or you mess up, then it's on you. And then with Microsoft Word, it's not universal that all of your stuff is gonna be updated all the time. With Word, I don't like that I can't access them on all of my devices. I still do use GoodNotes though. So for GoodNotes, I have the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure on my iPad on GoodNotes, the PDF of it. That's what I use whenever I'm studying the Federal Rules of Civil. I use GoodNotes for whenever I'm wanting to go in and study or highlight the Federal Rules of Oh my gosh. I use GoodNotes on my iPad whenever I'm wanting to go in and highlight or go in and study the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. I like it on there. I can highlight, I can write notes off to the side, I can do whatever I want on there. So I really enjoy that. And then also whenever you use apps like that, you can actually search. Rather than have a printed off copy of the civil procedure rules, if you have them on your iPad or your computer, you can just Command F or Control F or whatever it is, and then you can search whatever you're wanting to search in there, which is really nice. That's what I use to take my notes. So what do I type? What do I take notes on? So for me, I'm big on just typing the PowerPoint. So all of my classes except for one have PowerPoints presented every day in class to teach. For those, I just type everything that's on there. Typically they're also given to us on Canvas so that we can go in and then I can, if I miss anything or I'm not quick enough, I can go in and get the PowerPoint and I can type it into my notes. that's what I just like to do. I find that's easiest for me. And then if a teacher is really concentrating on one part, I will continue to do bullet points under it and then elaborate on what the teacher is saying. I find that it's easier that way because then whenever I'm going to create my outline, I basically already have an outline, just a large one, and then I can continue to condense it down to a smaller, more test-friendly outline. When I'm doing readings, I don't take notes. For my readings, I mainly highlight. I am a highlighter gal. I've already ran out of an entire highlighter. I ran out of that like in the first month of school. I highlight a lot. I will say for contracts, I will take notes if I have time. I just do super, super short, very brief notes on very important topics. Other than that, I don't take notes at all on my readings. I only highlight. So for torts, I do actual case briefs. So if you guys are not in law school or just don't know what a case brief is, a case brief is, well, a brief of the case. It's just a brief summary of the case. You'll read a case and then you go in and you type like the facts, the issue, the procedural history, all that good stuff of the case. So I do that, but I also highlight. So I use the highlighter system for my case briefs. I plan on doing an entire video about case briefs. So if that's something you guys are interested in, definitely comment down below and let me know. I use 3 different color highlighters. I highlight the facts in one color. I highlight the court rulings in another color, and then I highlight the rule of law in another color. And then I do my case brief. So in torts, I wouldn't say I take notes, but I do physically write down the case briefs. I've heard some people don't, some people just use the highlighter method, or if they're called on, they're able to just pull it from their book. It's honestly, it's a personal preference. I like to just go the extra step and do an actual case brief so that I feel more prepared for class. Because if you didn't know, I was actually the first person cold called in torts, and I will never be unprepared ever again, ever. I was the first person ever to be called in torts. That's how I take notes. I know that was a super just brief explanation of how I do it, but I will also say I haven't taken any finals yet. I don't even know what to expect really with finals. So at the end of the year, or once I get my grades back in January, I'll reevaluate if I need to. So if my grades aren't where they need to be, I'll definitely switch up the way I take notes. But until then, I think that this is doing me pretty well. I think I've retained a lot of the information that I'm supposed to, I think. But we'll see whenever finals comes around if that's the case or not. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. It would mean the world to me if you guys wanted to like this video and subscribe down below. You can subscribe down below, or you can subscribe in the corner. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video if you guys watched to the end, and I will see you guys in next week's video.